It's a bird. It's a plane. It's Superman.
This is Dan Jurgen.
This is Jason J. Lewis, the voice of Superman on Justice League Action.
This is Mark Wade, writer of Superman Birthright.
And you're listening to the Krypton Report.
The Krypton Report podcast is dedicated to all things Superman, Supergirl, and the planet Krypton. We discuss movies, TV, game, comics, and all things DC. So join me, Tyler, with my co-host James and Jania. Oh, hello everyone. Welcome to the Krypton Report. And welcome to a new month. So it's time to touch on a new actor. But who will it be this time? Let me take a swig of this water and we'll get into it. Because today, we're talking about Mr. John Newton. And before you ask, who's John Newton? Well, John Newton comes from Superboy. That's right, the show that everyone forgets. But Sam Rizzo doesn't, because that's what his podcast is all about. But John Hames Newton. First acting project was Superboy, 1988 to 89. One season. A lot of controversy over why he was let go. But you know what? Not really sure. Great interview with John Newton over on Comic Book Central a few years back. Highly recommend checking it out. But before we do, let's get into John Newton. Born December 29th, 1965. Coincidentally, that's why he's being looked at for this month. He's a former actor. He doesn't act anymore. He started a health company, if I remember right. He is known for his regular roles on Superboy, as Ryan McBride on the soap opera Melrose Place. He is currently focused on energy healing practices. Oh man, Jania's going to love that. What's funny is he did a movie, so Merry Christmas to everyone, called The Christmas Card. And this film was back in 2006. And my parents owned that. And I was watching it, and I always can find a way to turn things back around to Superman. And not only was Ed Asner in it, the late Ed Asner, the great Ed Asner, who was the voice of Granny Goodness, but John Newton. And that's where I knew him from, a Superboy and The Christmas Card. His resume is not that long, but let's break it down a little bit. Ready? Superboy, Everyday Hero, CBS School Break Special, Cool as Ice, Desert Kickboxer, Alive, The Untouchables, which is a great movie, Models Incorporated, Walker, Texas Ranger, Goodbye America, Viper, Dark Tides, Melrose Place, Operation Sandman, True Calling, Desperate Housewives, Terry Hatcher, The Christmas Card, SS Doom Trooper, The Haunting of Molly Hartley, Yesterday Was a Lie, The Mentalist, good show, Bizarro Classic, Flash Gordon Classic, cartoon, and that was it in 2005. Not a lot on John. Not a lot on John. He currently resides in Colorado. It's pretty cool. He was 6 foot, which is like the bare minimum to play Clark Kent. Born in Chapel Hill, North Carolina. Love it. Love it. He spent 3.5 years training and performing theatrically in New York City. However, it was on vacation with his family near his hometown, North Carolina, that he booked his first TV series, Superboy. He made a schizophrenic visit to see the nearby Dino De Laurentiis studio, was spotted by a casting mogul, Lynn Stalsman, for the role. Personal quote, my spiritual path started in 1985 when I learned to meditate, began extensive martial arts training, and became health conscious. And that's it for John Newton. I know it's short. He hasn't done a lot, but he did play Superboy / Clark Kent. I highly recommend everyone checking out the Superboy series. And this time of year, The Christmas Card, it is a fun Hallmark Christmas film. So just remember, everybody, Do you like movies? Of course you do. Do you like comic book movies? Of course you do. Well, our Patreon is launched now. It's $1 a month. That's all we ask. $1 a month to hear great content. And right now, one of the biggest things we're doing on our Patreon is movie commentaries. I am a movie person, and I love to talk about movies. So what we're doing is at least 2 movie commentaries a month. You'll hear the wonderful voice of my wife, Jania, more often, and other special shows. Check out our Patreon at kryptonreport.com/Patreon. And all we ask is, hey, $1, it helps us keep the show on. We're not looking to get rich. We just help with the cost of doing this, and it helps a friend out. You loan a friend $1, you probably have $1 lying around the house and change. So check out patreon.com/KryptonReport, sign up for the $1 a month, and send us a message. You can be on the podcast. We can talk about something, anything you want to talk about. You can join us for a movie commentary if you want. So check it out.
And if you want to have a good time, keep listening to the Krypton Report.
If you're enjoying this podcast, here's some of our favorite podcasts to check out. Digging for Kryptonite, The Aspiring Kryptonian, Superman the Animated Podcast, The Last Sons of Krypton, The Geek of Steel, The All-Star Super Fan Podcast, It All Comes Back to Superman, and Superboy Legacy, Supergirl Radio, and of course, always hold on to Smallville. Check all those out, enjoy those supercasts, and remember, keep listening. The Krypton Report is a Tears production. We thank you for listening and enjoying, and please support us on our Patreon account, our TeePublic store, and check out our social media. Always remember to look up in the sky.